Hi everyone, today I'm going to be playing Kraftwagen by Matthias Kramer, and technically this is going to be the V6 edition because although this is the original version, I have the specialty tiles which make up the V6 expansion. And so what's new? Well, at the end of the action track we now have an extra token. We have a pile for each round of the game, the A, B and C, of 4 tiles, and we shuffle these up and put them face down and take the top one and put it face up at the end of the track. When this is taken, instead of the normal way of we put it back at the end of the track, we will discard this and take a new tile from the A deck and put that at the end instead. And they all do different things. So for example, this one that I've pulled here lets you make a car body like normal, but also will give you extra. It will give you a money for each worker in your canteen, which could be a lot if you have stored up a lot of workers. And they get better and better as they go along, but I am just going to get stuck into the game and you can see what's new from there. If you're new to Kraftwagen, I will be explaining what I'm doing as I'm going along, so hopefully you can keep up with that. So the first thing to do is to pick a starting tile. I am the first player because I am last on the track here, and if you've ever played Glenmore, it's a similar track to that, where the person in last is the person that's going to be picking something next. So since I'm the start player, we pick the start tiles in reverse turn order. So Marty, represented by Glass Marty today, he's much safer than the real Marty, will pick a starting tile. And in a 2-player game, you pick 2 randomly from the 4 that are available, and that's what we start with. So Marty can choose from either a level 1 engine and 2 workers from the supply to his canteen. We start off with 4 each, or he could grab a level 1 engine and get a technology card. And if we look up here, we have 2 on offer. So this would improve his body making skills, and it's a double upgrade, although it would use up one of his workers. And this guy, if he had this helper, Adam Opal, he would, when a buyer that is interested in cheap cars normally pays double, he would pay triple if he had this card. So he can only choose one, and the other one will be discarded. I think he's going to pick the technology and engine to start off with. So for the technology card, he's going to grab this one. It goes underneath his player board here, and we need to grab him a level 1 engine. So that's going to take up a space in his workshop. He's got 3 spaces. And we flip this over now to show that he makes level 1 engines and level 1 bodies to start with. But with this technology card, he is going to jump to straight away being able to make level 3 bodies, which can really help him early game. Me, on the other hand, I have a level 1 engine, which I will grab, and 2 extra workers from the supply to my cantina. Okay, and we're ready to go. So I'm the first player because I'm last there, and I have the option of any action I want. But this is a little different from Glenmore. In Glenmore, there was a penalty for having the most tiles. You lost points at the end of the game for having more tiles than everybody else. So if somebody skipped ahead and you stopped at every little part of the game, then you would, in the end, be really punished for having so many tiles. In Kraftwagen, that is not the case. So if I skip to this ultra good space here, that means without interruption from me, Marty could one by one take every single action and get the benefits from it. So it's all about balancing just how much you want to skip forward. And I should, once one has been taken from the technology cards, we draw 2 new ones. So we have something that would upgrade your engine level by 2. And we have another genius, Wilhelm Maybach. And he gives you 2 markers that when you send a car to the market, you can act like the body level of the car is 1 or 2 higher depending on which of the 2 tokens you use. And now I know that those are out. These 5 here are random, the ones with 1 action each on them. And I could go here and grab another worker, but I already have 6 in my cantina, and that would mean that Marty would go straight for this technology card, I think. So I am going to go for this technology card. I put my marker here, and I grab this to show that I am taking the research action to grab a technology card. This goes at the end of the track now, and I'm going to grab this one that's going to really improve my engine making skills. And I need to put a worker on that card, and the other card goes away, and we draw 2 new ones. So they are both single upgrades of engines, but this one would get you an engine when you place the card. So now it's Marty's turn, and there is no reason that he shouldn't stop off at this action here and grab a worker from his supply. So he's back up to 4 now, and he's still in last place on the track, so he gets to go again. And now what does he want to do? And if Marty took the Grand Prix action, he would move his car 1 space forward, because that's the engine that's in his Grand Prix car here. So he would go 1 space forward on that. And it's good to be in the Grand Prix. There's points for being in certain positions. There's points if you can get all the way around, and there are achievements in the game for the first to do certain things. So the first person that goes round the track in 1 round will get 3 extra points. So this is money, but money is points. Or he can make a level 1 engine or a level 3 body. I think he is just going to go for the Grand Prix, because he knows that I can make great engines, so I am definitely going to want to stop off there, and that is going to leave bodies for him, he's hoping. So he's going to take the Grand Prix action, and he moves his blue car to space number 1 because he has a level 1 engine in his Grand Prix car. Back over to me, I'm in last place now, and he guessed right. I am going to grab an engine because I make lovely level 3 engines. Now I have a decision to make with this engine. I can place it in one of my workshops, and this is going to be able to be used in a car that I send to market later. And if I can get a customer out that is interested in engines, then that's going to be great for me. On the other hand though, I could place it in the Grand Prix car that I have, and then when I take the Grand Prix action, I am going to be able to move 3 spaces at once. I think I'm going to do that. So Marty's in last place again, and he has to choose, does he want a car? Well, it's actually quite interesting what's happened. I hadn't noticed this. He could skip right ahead here and get a worker as well as a car body instead of just a car body, because a car body doesn't really benefit me. He knows that. I only make level 1 bodies. So he's going to do this. He grabs another worker from the supply and places it in his canteen, and he is going to make a car body, and he makes level 3 car bodies. So we grab this level 3 here. It's a BMW Dixie, and we can place that in one of his open slots. And he could send a car to market now if he wanted to, but we don't know what customers are available because none of us have taken that action yet. Over to me, and I might as well make a car body, although it's just a level 1 body, the Benz Victoria. I can now choose what I want to do. So do I want to get another worker and a technology card? I don't think I do really, because it's 1 more to my engine, which is good. Although maybe I do want to do that. I think I am going to do this because, right, this is going to get me a worker and then a technology card. So I'll grab another worker. I am swimming in workers right now. And I'll grab this technology card here. And there's a reason that I've done this. I now make level 4 engines. So I need to put another worker on here. This symbol means immediately make an engine. So I make level 4 engines. So I'm going to place a level 4 engine there. And since I am the first person to make a level 4 engine, I can grab this achievement here. So that is gone for the whole game now. There is no benefit for anybody else making level 4 engines. But that reminds me as well, Marty should have this achievement for level 3 bodies. And I think we're all caught up now. After any action, you have the option of placing a car in the market. And I think I'm going to do that. So you need an engine and a body from your workshops. And I've got a level 1 body and a level 4 engine. So I'm going to place this in one of the slots here. Now we don't have a customer defined yet, so this is a little risky. And what you need to do is you need to send somebody to work on the car. So at least one worker, maybe more, because some customers want a lot of service staff with the car. And now we set the price. So I have the option of these tiles here from 1 to 10. And the interesting decision here is, how sure are you that you can get the customer that you want to buy your car? Because if I place this at value 10 and we get a customer later that really wants engines, if Marty somehow manages to make level 4 engines and prices his car at 9 and I price mine at 10, the customer will buy his and I'll get nothing. So how brave do I want to be? Let's price it at 8. Yeah, let's do that. And the second card goes away and we draw 2 new ones. So we've got immediately make a body and an engine. And we have Ettore Bugatti, who, quick look over at the rulebook, if he puts an engine in his Grand Prix car, he immediately moves with it, which would be great for me, actually. So Marty's turn, he has a decision to make. Now, he does not want this action, I don't think. Because he would only make another level 1 engine, and he's already got one. He doesn't necessarily need the workers. I think he's going to go here and define the first customer and move on the Grand Prix. Although if he's going to do that, maybe he should go straight for this triple here. Where's my special one gone? Oh, in my introduction, I've skipped the special tile, which was out here originally. Through explaining it, I've tidied it up too much. So the special tile should be there. So now we're entering the really interesting decisions, because how much do you skip? So if he skips straight to here, because if he's taking this action, he might as well take this one for 3 and then leave these for me. But if he does that, then I will definitely have this one as well, where I will make a car body, not that useful for me, but get a point for every worker in my canteen, which is 4 points for me. And Marty has a lot of people in his canteen. He has 5. So he would like that as well. So is it worth him giving up this action to me so that he could guarantee him getting that action? I think he's going to take this one and then see what happens. So he's going to move on the Grand Prix again, 1 space, because his engine in his Grand Prix car is level 1, and he gets to place the first customer. So this goes at the end of the track again. And we know that Marty really wants customers that love car bodies. So the first customer that's coming out is going to be very interested in car bodies. And Marty just earned himself 2 points for placing that customer. My turn. And for free, I might as well grab a worker and make a level 4 engine. And I'm actually going to place that in my Grand Prix car. Now, I'm still last, so I get to choose again. And this is a hard decision because this isn't that useful to me, but it is. It's 5 points. It's now worth 5 points, and I make a car body, and I could put a car out and get this 3 points bonus here for being the first person to put 2 cars out. Or do I want to define a customer, because I need to get a customer out that wants engines, and then I move on the Grand Prix. I think that's better. Yeah, let's do this. So I am going to take this triple action. So Grand Prix first. So that's 4 spaces for me because I upgraded my engine. So 1, and on the Grand Prix track, this is really cool. So you see all these people in the way. I completely ignore those spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have just gone into first place on the Grand Prix track there, just with 4 movements. And if I can stay in first place, and Marty's the only threat, these dummy ones don't move. They're just there to make it interesting so that you have to move a distance if you want first place. If I can hang on to first place, that's 7 points at the end of the round. If I can do a lap, that's a point, plus 3 more for the achievement of doing a lap in a round. So that's very nice. Also, customer. I definitely want the guy out that wants engines, because that's what I've got on offer. And I grab a point for taking that customer. And finally, technology card. So, Bugatti is very interesting to me because I am seemingly going towards the Grand Prix. Although if I took this, I could then put a car straight out with another nice engine. And if I can get another customer that wants engines, I could sell both. It's very hard. I will just go for... See, this guy is he's kind of got a finite use. But if I grab this guy, if you get 3 helpers, then that's 7 points. And he would be my first on the way to doing that. Let's take him. So he'll come down here and help me out when I get new engines. So this card goes away, and we draw 2 new ones. So you can make a better body, 1 level better, and immediately get 3 workers. So over to Marty, and he is definitely going to take the specialty tile, the V6 tile, and he gets to make a car body. So he makes level 3 car bodies still. So that's there. And he's going to get a money for every worker in his cantina, so that will be 5. Now that someone's used this action, we discard this and take the next one from the top. So this will let you take a Grand Prix action and immediately upgrade your Grand Prix engine to 1 better. And if you have Bugatti, like I have, immediately use his power. That is amazing for me, and I'm going to be hoping to use that action later. So what do I want now? Maybe I want to start making better bodies. I don't think I want to skip and get another worker. Maybe I want to skip and move on the Grand Prix. If I moved on the Grand Prix, I would have done a lap. But I fall further and further behind on actually making good car bodies. I'm going to make terrible car bodies the whole game. I think let's go for it. Grand Prix time. So I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Grand Prix, 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. I move my marker here. I'm going to get a point at the end of the round because I've done a lap. And I'm the first person to have done an entire lap, so I can grab that achievement as well. Marty, there is no reason he shouldn't take these, so I have given him a lot that might not have been the best idea. So what does he want? Does he want to push his... Does he want to push his car body even further? I think, yeah, let's push his car body making power. So he makes level 4 bodies from now on. Then he might as well grab a worker. And what now? Would he like to make an engine or a worker in a car body? I think what he will do before he decides, actually, I should have done this a long time ago for him. He has an engine and a body. He's going to place it out onto the market. He doesn't really want a big workforce with it. I think 3 isn't really that amazing of a car body. So he's going to put 6 on this, just in case. Because if I can make level 3 car bodies then, I would have to price it less than 6 if I want the customer to buy it. And I just refreshed the technology cards. We have 2 extra levels of car body, and we have this helper here, Daimler, who will... He'll give you 2 tokens, and you can place it on buyers in the buying phase, and they will increase the amount that the buyers will pay for the cars that they buy. So Marty still has a decision to make. Does he want another engine? Or does he want to skip ahead and make another body and grab a worker? I think since he hasn't got any engines, let's just make him make an engine. So there we go. He still makes level 1s, but now he potentially has another car to put out. If he can get another customer that wants bodies, then he can grab the monopoly on that, really. Okay, my turn. So I might as well get this double space rather than just getting the car there. So I get a worker and a car body. Is that worth doing, though? I think so, yeah. Let's do that. I don't want to skip ahead too much. So I still only make level 1 car bodies. Marty, he can just make a car body, or he could skip ahead, which I think is what he's going to do. He's going to skip ahead to here, so he can get a worker. So he has 5 in there now, and he is just going to push this monopoly on car bodies. So he is going to make level 6 car bodies. Wow. And we get rid of that helper, and we now have an extra engine level and an extra engine level and make an engine right away, which is nice for me, remember. So I can make a car body for free. Well, I don't think I want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to skip that. So that goes ahead there. And so I can go Grand Prix and customer, worker and engine, or I can go straight for that triple. But I kind of want to tempt Marty into the triple so that I can take this one. So I'm going to take this and define another customer. So I move on the Grand Prix first. That's 4 spaces. Again, a huge jump over everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can define another customer. Since I don't really have any cars left, I either want to put out this guy, who when he buys, he will buy the cheapest car available, but he will pay double for it. Or this one. This guy wants service. This guy wants a lot of workers placed onto cars. You see how we just place 1? He wants the most workers placed on service. So I think I'm going to place this guy. Here's the 3rd customer. There are no more customers to be placed on there. Oh. I've had a thought though. If I pick the same type again, then I would be able to grab this 3 bonus. Let's do that. Let's put this guy out again. And I can grab that achievement for placing the same type of customer. Which means, though, I don't want to put a car out this turn because I need to make a nice engine. So, Marty, what's he going to do? He could get a customer in an engine, a worker in an engine, which isn't very attractive. He could get the triple, which is Grand Prix, not great for him. Making better engines is good for him. Grabbing a customer is a waste of time. That will only run the clock down now the customers are full. But going here isn't that good for him. What would it do? It would move him once, and then it would upgrade his... Well, actually, he could upgrade it first. It would upgrade his car, and then it would do Grand Prix movement. So he would move 2, which puts him into 3rd place. So 2 points rather than nothing. But 1 movement would do that, and he would get a lot more for it. So does he deny me the really good thing for me? But he would have to skip 2 things. He's definitely not going to do that. Maybe he'll just go for this one and see what I do. Yeah, he'll go for this, and he will grab a worker, because he knows I want a nice engine, so he's not going to just let me make it. So he makes level 1 engines still. Now, I was waiting for this, actually, but I've noticed that, so we ignore that because that's not going to help. This would let me take a technology card. I could take this one, which would make me level 5 engines, and I could make it straight away and put it in my car, which would move me 5 on the track. So I think I'm actually going to do this. So technology, I'm going to grab this one, and let's put him over there. So I make better engines, so level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I get one right away. So I can place this in my Grand Prix car and move 5 spaces, or I could place it here so that I could put a car out with an amazing engine. I think let's place it out and hopefully we'll get another chance to make an engine. So there are now 3 out, and I'm the first person to have put out two cars in the market. Can't think of the words. And I moved there. And so I took a technology card and then I move on the Grand Prix, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've done 2 laps now and I grabbed this. So I didn't need to put another engine in it because I was going to move on there anyway. And now Marty, it's not that good being in bodies at the moment. So what new cards have come out? More bodies and another engine level. So he's going to take this. So he is going to upgrade his engine. So level 2 now, and then move on the Grand Prix. But this space is now blocked off for him, which is okay because now he is in 2nd place. So that's gone away. And we discard this and bring out the next one. Now what does this one do? This is take a level 3 engine, your engine level doesn't matter. Now this could be good for Marty. No, actually, because I've got level 4 and 5s out. I don't know how he can steal the other customers from me. I think I'm just going to sell 2 cars, which means he should have priced this a lot higher. But he was worried that I could just grab a level 2 upgrade and then make a body and then have level 3, so he was worried about that. Okay. My turn. I could move on the Grand Prix again. I don't think taking a technology card's that worth it at the moment, so let's move on it again. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Marty, he is going to grab a technology card, and he is going to grab the one that gives him better engines, so he can start competing next round. And we have another double bodies thing, and we have Rudolph Diesel, who will take these 2 change markers, and if he discards one of these markers on his turn, he can change the category of one of his cars at the market. So he can pick the price, number of workers, the body or the engine, and he can change one of those things. Normally, once it's in the market, that's it. But Diesel gives you 2 tokens that you can use to change things that you've already placed in the market. Now my turn. I'm not too excited about just getting a worker or just getting an engine, although I make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engines now, and I could put it in my Grand Prix car. So I think I'm going to skip ahead to that. I have a feeling I'm playing very badly for Marty as usual. Okay, level 5 engine, that goes in here, and this one just gets kicked out. And because of Bugatti, I get to move straight away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. So that's 2 laps that I've done now. Yeah, I took that a bit early, I think. I've now done 2 laps, I believe. Well, I can't remember. Oh well. It's only a couple of points. We've got the achievement either way. I'm sure that I'll notice when I'm editing it and see what a fool I've been. So Marty, he will get the worker for free. And what does he want to make? He probably wants the technology card over making a car body because he's full up in his engine. I think he will go for the technology card. So another worker. He's nearly full up on workers, which is great because that's an achievement. So he can take a technology card now. And does he want even more bodies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He would make maximum bodies then. But getting a helper would be on the way to 3 and getting that achievement. So he will take Diesel. So he can now change things about his cars. And I think he will use a change marker right away. This is actually quite nice. And he will throw this away and change the price to 9. Just so, you know, I'm getting 18. At least he's getting 9 rather than just 6. So the new technology card's single body level upgrade. And we have Nicholas August Otto, who gets you 2 workers and lets you take another technology card. So my turn. I might as well make a car body and get a worker. So I still have 2 here. And I only make level 1 bodies though. And now what do I want to do? I don't want to make another body. I'm not too bothered about making an engine. Although maybe I want to force the round to be over. But I could just keep moving on the Grand Prix, you see. Oh, this marker should be down 1 because we took a customer action and there were no spaces, so this moves down. So when this moves down again, the round's over anyway. So I think I will take this action here because it's going to move this down because there's no customers available, but I will get to do a Grand Prix action. 5 spaces. And I've done 3 laps on there this round. Wow. So now we have scoring. The scoring of the Grand Prix race is 7 points for being in first place for me and 4 for being second for Marty. Plus 5 for me because I did 3 full laps. I think it was 3. It may have been 4 that I've missed, but I don't think I need more points. Right now. Okay, Marty really needs to make a car body actually so he can get the level 6 achievement. So that's the Grand Prix scoring. Now we score the buyers. So in order, they're going to buy a car. So this buyer is going to buy the car on the board with the highest body level, which is Marty's. So his worker goes back to the supply, the engine and body go away, and Marty gets the 9 points. The next buyer wants the car with the best engine. He's going to buy this one. So my worker goes back, the car parts go away, and I get the 10. And this buyer wants this car. And so I made out a lot better there in the first round than Marty, but hopefully he has some more things to be able to come back next round. So to set up for the next round, we just add points to these. If they have points already, they just stack on top. Move that back up to 2. The market's empty. And we clear these away and put the pink B ones on there.